Welcome back to our channel, and today's topic is
long distance relationships.
So stay tuned. We're going to be talking about the pros and cons and just our experience with long distance relationships. If you guys have any questions or you want to comment about the topic, you can drop them in the comment box below and we will be sure to answer them. Stay tuned, guys. Bye.
I'm running out of things to do to get you off my mind.
Welcome back. So we're gonna get on the topic of long distance relationships. Me myself, I'm in a long distance relationship.
I'm single.
Yeah. And I guess we'll talk about my relationship, and I think she's been in a long distance relationship, and you know, yeah, so she can talk about it from her perspective, and we could talk about pros and cons and everything else that comes with long distance relationships. So let's start talking.
So let's talk about you and your boo.
Yeah, me and my boo. Okay, so
I have to hear about him one more time.
Me and my boyfriend, we're in a long distance relationship. We've been together for about 8 months now. He lives in Maryland. I live in Texas. So basically we met in 2007 when I was in the military. We dated for a while, and we kind of like both went our separate ways. You know, it wasn't a bad breakup. We both were young. We both were basically doing our own thing. So, you know, we just kind of parted. That's basically how it ended. And in 2011, when I was leaving Virginia, we kind of like rekindled a little bit. But we kind of like, once I moved to Texas, because I did move to Texas in 2011, we kind of like went our separate ways again. You know, it wasn't a bad thing. It wasn't his fault. It wasn't my fault. It just was a, you know, we both weren't in that mind frame to do the long distance thing. So, fast forward to 2015, we rekindled through Facebook yet again. And we both are indifferent.
Facebook can help you find your long lost first cousin removed, twice over, replaced by granddaddy, uncle, friend.
Hell yeah. So
yeah,
so we ended up rekindling through Facebook. We decided to give the long distance things another shot, and because we both are older and we both want different things out of life, it's like amazing. It's an amazing relationship, even though we're not together physically. Like, our mental connection is like amazing. Sex is really good whenever we do see each other. So, you know, it's like we have that connection mentally, physically. You know, we both think alike. We both want a family together. We both love each other so much. I trust him. He trusts me.
Now, did you always trust him in the beginning?
In the beginning,
like when you first started dating, when it was fully on, and you guys are gonna be like, okay, this is serious, and he was there, you're here.
I think I had a little bit of a trust issue because he was so far away, and we hadn't seen each other. We hadn't even talked to each other in 5 years before we rekindled. So it's like we still had to get to know each other again, I guess, because we both were so different from before. So I can say I did have some trust issues when we rekindled again. We got together in November. We talked on the phone and, you know, did the messaging and stuff for like 2 months. No, about 3 months. And then I went to see him in February. So that was the first time I saw him in like 5 years. And I was so nervous. I was like, oh my God, we talk on the phone and all of this. But I haven't seen him in 5 years. So I haven't seen him in 5 years. So, you know, I'm like, I don't know how it's gonna.
Y'all don't think we're crazy. Her daughter just walked in.
My daughter just walked in. So, I mean, but when we got together, it was amazing. It was just like, oh my God, it was great. So, and it's like now we really love each other. So we're making it work. Eventually,
work.
shut up. So eventually we will move together. I don't know if we're gonna go to his side, which is the East Coast, or if he's gonna come here. But I'm really thinking I'm probably gonna go there, but no time soon. But we're actually really content with how our relationship is going now. I think the distance is good for us. You think it's
helping you guys?
Yeah, I think because it makes me want him even more. And even though we're not together, I don't even think about cheating on him. Because our love is so strong. Like, our love is that strong to the point where I don't even think about cheating on him. Like, back in the day, like, long distance, no, I could have never. I would have been cheated on him. But since we've been together, I've never cheated on him. That's honest to God truth. And I'm even shocked.
I mean, of course, because I mean, people can see this, so I hope you wouldn't have.
So, you know, and it's honest to God truth. Like, I wouldn't lie. Like, so I just think it's good for us. Not saying it's good for everybody, but it's good for us. It fits us.
Yeah, a lot of people can't do long distance relationship. I've tried it before, and I was a little bit younger when I tried it. I think I was like 19, 20, and it was kind of hard. Like, it was hard, like, because I really cared for the person, and it was somebody that I grew up with, so I knew the person for a long time. And then how it kind of started was like, it was tough because he had just broken up with somebody, but when we met up on Facebook again too. So when like we reconnected, it was like a lot of years had gone by, because I think I've known him since I was like 12 or 13, and a lot of years had passed. So it's like when I came into the picture, it was almost like maybe like a confidant or like a friend to help him get over his breakup. But then, you know, when you used to like somebody way back when you were younger, those feelings start to resurface. And he was in Chicago, and I lived here in Texas. And it was hard. He did come, I think he came and visited me maybe 2 or 3 times in the course of our long distance. But it was hard for me because I would see him for those 2-3 days, but then it would be like 2-3 months would go by, like, before I would see him again. And we would do Skype, we would send each other pictures, we would talk on the phone all the time. He used to work nights, so what I would do is just stay up on the phone late night with him and talk or whatever. But it was hard. I mean, I know they have that saying, like, absence makes the heart grow fonder, which I think it is true, because whenever I did see him physically, it was like, oh my God, like, I missed you so much. I would just want to jump on him and hug him and stuff like that. But it was hard because I felt like he had just broken up with his ex-girlfriend, which I kind of knew that he possibly still like had feelings for, because I mean, when you break up with somebody, well, for me, you just don't get over a person like that, because some people be on to the next.
That used to be me. I'm sorry. I had no time to sit around and think about you. Bye. Okay.
I ain't thinking about you. But yeah, so I will always have that fear of him, like maybe reconnecting with his ex-girlfriend, because his ex-girlfriend lived in Chicago. So he could see her more than he could see me and stuff like that. And I don't think she took the breakup well. So she would still like reach out to him. I think it got to a point where he had to start blocking her number, and then she would call him private. And then like they ran like in the same crew. So like some of his friends were her friends. It was like a real relationship. I think they had been together for some years, and he was going to propose to her. So, but it went sideways. I'm not going to tell y'all his business, but it went sideways. And there were times that he would tell me like, I saw her today, or she hit me up, and I would just like feel this like lump in my throat, because I was just like, oh my God, and I have to compete with this girl when I'm like thousands and thousands and thousands of miles away. Well, not 1,000 miles away, and she was right there. So that was kind of like, I think those were the cons for me, because okay, I'll be honest, I'm not gonna lie here. I do have trust issues. I'm not even gonna lie. I do have trust issues, only because in past relationships, I've been with a lot of guys that were not, forthcoming or honest about just certain things. And I know, guys are probably like, what's the guy's name from the movie? I only lie to you because I'm trying to protect your feelings. I'm in these streets telling these other hoes the truth.
Is that baby boy?
Yes, baby boy. Yeah, some of you guys think that way, that, oh, you know, I'll lie to her to protect her heart because I don't want her feelings. No, I'm not that chick.
Tell me the truth.
Not this one.
Yeah.
I'd rather take the truth or hear the truth than a lie, because if you lied to me and I find out, it's not going to be nice.
So I guess it just depends on the person and stuff. Because I know at 19, you know, I wasn't ready for a long distance relationship. I even got married at 19. I wasn't even ready for that. But, you know, I did it anyway. And, you know, me and my husband at the time, we had a son together. And I was going into the military. So we ended up getting married. And it's like, I didn't even, but, you know, at 19, it wasn't even trust issues. Because I trust my husband. It was just, I wasn't ready to be married because I was 19, and I still had a lot of stuff I wanted to do, like as far as like having fun and going out, and that's not stuff that a wife does all the time.
Yeah.
Like, so I just feel like it just depends on the person and the couple. Like,
yeah, because you were the I want to go out, have fun kind of type, but growing up and even still now that I'm, you know, I'm in my mid-20s. I'm not gonna tell y'all my age. I'm in my mid-20s. But I've always had that mentality from dating from 18 until now, where I'm just like a one person kind of girl. Well, I would date somebody. I'd rather have a long-term relationship than go out and want to party and have fun. I still haven't partied, and I'm in my mid-20s. I haven't really like partied like that and stuff like that. So it does depend on the person. I think it does depend on the age. I think it was a little bit harder then because he's 6 years older than me. So he could come and go as he pleased and travel to wherever he want to. And mind you, when we were doing the long distance thing, I was about 19, 20. So I still lived under somebody's roof where I had to answer to somebody. If I say, oh, okay, I'm going to go buy a ticket. Well, where you going?
Okay, well, let me say, not party, but I was to the point where, because like me as a teenager, I'm a Capricorn. And like they say, Capricorns live backwards. I never traveled. I never really did it much when I was a teenager or in my early 20s. Like when I turned 21, I was in Iraq. So what kind of partying was that? It's just when it got to a certain point, like we just both wanted different things. Like I still trusted him because I knew he wasn't cheating on me or anything. I just felt like
he better not have. You was in the military in Iraq.
We both wanted different things, and we just both wanted to, you know, do things differently. So I just felt like when you're younger, I don't know. But now it's good. My long distance relationship is the best. It's great. I'm early 30s. My boyfriend is early 30s. Don't look 30 though, I know, right?
Don't say that shit unless she my age.
You know, we both in the same place where we both want the same things. We both want a family. We both want to, you know, establish something together. We both want to be together. We both want to have our families, our blended family, because he has a daughter. He just had a baby. Like, we got together in November and his ex had a baby in December. So that's how young his baby is. But I still trust him. Like, I know it's me and only me.
I'm glad you trust him.
Because I'm just not that type of person. I think I've been through so much because I am in my early 30s. I've been through so much where I don't have time to sit and be like, oh my God, what he doing? Is he cheating? You know what I'm saying?
That's me. I think that's me right now.
I'm cool. Like, I'm cool until it's in my face. Then that's when there's the problem. But if I don't know, you know, then I'm fine. I'm just not gonna stress about it.
So would you be okay if he is doing it, but you just don't know? It like,
of course, I wouldn't be okay if he's doing it, as long as I don't know. Now,
did y'all see that crazy look?
But I know him. Like, we talk we haven't talked today because me and her have been working a lot as far as like trying to get our YouTube thing going and my clothing line, her makeup. So we've been doing a lot. I haven't talked to him a lot today, but we talk every day on a daily basis.
Yes, they do, and it's disgusting.
And I love him and he loves me. God. So I just trust him. I have that trust for him. I don't feel like he's doing anything.
Good. He might be a different guy, and I'm not male bashing or anything like that. I'm pretty sure there's like a lot of good men out there, but there are a select few.
And another thing, like, baby, I love you. I do love you. So when you watch this, don't get mad. But back in his day, he did do his thing. I'm not saying he's been like this forever, because when we both first got together, he was doing his thing, you know, and that's why we kept, you know, basically going our separate ways, you know what I'm saying? And it's not like I was mad because I knew he was younger. I was younger, and I was like, hey, I'll get over it, whatever, you know. And he was doing his thing, you know what I'm saying? And I wasn't mad at him about that. We both would go our separate ways. That would be it. But it's like now that he's older, he wants different. He wants something different. He wants a family, and I want the same thing. So now it's different. You know, he even seeks counsel from his pastor, you know, just to keep him on the right path, you know. And like he told me, he was like, you're a great woman, and I want to be a great man for you. That's why I seek, you know, he was like, that's why I seek, and when he told me that, like, that blew me away. No guy has ever
always
told me
answers
anything
from the
like
Heavenly
that.
Father above.
So it's like, you know, I trust my man, I trust my baby, you know what I'm saying? You hoes can call me and say,
I think that will probably maybe like help me as far as my mental with trusting somebody. If I know the person is, you know, has a relationship with God, I think that will probably help me because, you know, through life, when you have that connection, when you have that spiritual relationship with God, when you have him in your life, a lot of times you fear of making a mistake, of, you know, doing the wrong thing because, you know, you on that path, you know, to the good. So it's just like, I think that's better. And I think, I think is working. My opinion, I think, is that it's working for you because he's older. He's had his time to play around. He's a grown man now. You know what I'm saying? He's a father and everything like that. And I think, like, you know, then he wasn't ready. Maybe I mean, probably had to do with age, probably had to do with the fact that he was young because...
And then he had just gotten to the United States because he's Trinidadian. So he had just gotten to the United States. So he really wanted to have fun. My baby wanted to have fun. So.
Trinidadian. Yeah,
baby, ignore her. But so he wanted to have fun, and you know, you just coming to the United States. Everybody loves the American dream, and he wanted to do his
quotations was strong.
Yeah. So he wanted to do his thing. So I let you know, and I let him.
When a man is not ready, he's not ready.
And that's another thing. Women, quit trying to make these men into something they're not. They're not gonna be loyal to you. They're not gonna stop doing what they're doing because you want them to. If he's not ready to change, he's not gonna change. And like I tell a lot of people, like, yeah, you know, and it depends. Like, that's what I'm saying. If he's ready to change, then he'll change. It doesn't matter like what you do for him or what you buy for him or whatever the case. Because I've been in
the hard way.
I've been in that situation where I'm giving this man money, you know what I'm saying, helping him out or breaking my back to show him that I got you. You're considered my man. I consider you my man. You consider me your girlfriend, and I got you. But at the same time, he wasn't ready, and so basically, I got my heart broke because I was doing so much, but he wasn't ready for that, and it's like you get your heart broke.
Y'all men will know that you're not ready, but you'll accept everything.
Tell
she giving you money, you gonna take it. She breaking her bag, you gonna take it.
We were talking about this today. Let me tell you something. The way stuff going today, my dude, because I can't say that. My dude, if you just say, hey, I'm married, or hey, I got a girl, or hey, this and this or that and that, you never know what this chick, like, she might be like, hey, I might just want to you anyway, so hey, whatever, you know what I'm saying, I'll do this. Because
you know, some of y'all females, y'all don't care.
That's all they looking for. That's all they looking for. They just want to have fun. If y'all would be truthful from the beginning, do that. Don't start selling her lies like you love her and all stuff, and she starts putting her heart into it, and then the whole time you're lying, tell her the truth. You never know. Like, we just like y'all.
Honestly,
we looking for that. Foundation. Yeah, we looking for one thing from you. We might just want sex or whatever the case may be. If that's what she want, hey, be honest from the beginning. Be honest, and then you never know. like.
And ladies, be honest too. Yeah, you know, we don't want to sound like we're just coming down hard on men.
Be honest.
Everybody,
just be honest with each other.
What's so hard in telling the truth these days?
Nowadays, lies will get you killed.
Let me tell you something. And, you know, I don't want you guys to think that, I'm against long distance relationships. I'm not. It's probably something that I would try again. But, I mean, what I'm really against is just people that lie. Like, lying is like my worst pet peeve. Like, I had, because I'm not, you could have, you know, somebody who's in a long distance relationship, or have a guy you're in a long distance relationship with, and he be the one, he's doing the right thing, as opposed to somebody who's right here in the same state with you, in the same city with you, in the same neighborhood with you, and is messing around with Bonquisha down the block somewhere. Because that happened to me, and that happened to me in high school. Let me tell you something, and I'm gonna make it real quick. It's a real quick story. I worked, my first job was at like Baskin Robbins Dunkin' Donuts. It was like 2-in-1, and this was in Illinois. I met this guy there. He worked there, and he actually started talking to me. He was like, I think you're really pretty, you know, I think you're really cute, I want to date you and stuff like that. We exchanged numbers, and we started dating. Like, we had a real relationship. He was my boyfriend, I was his girlfriend. He lived with his aunt and uncle. I had been to their house. I had met the aunt and uncle numerous times. Come to find out, and it was like, where I worked, it was, I think that was like the popular spot for all the kids in my high school to work at. So, and I think he was a couple years older than me. I think I was about 18. He was 23. Come to find out, one of my girls that I went to school with texted me one day and was like, you know, I think, I'm going to say his name because who knows where he is by now. I think Sydney is dating the other girl. I don't remember the other girl's name, but there was another girl who worked there. She didn't go to my school. I didn't know who she was. I had never been on the same shift with her. So I think he's dating somebody else or whatever. Oh, no. Actually, I did work one shift with her. One night, he was supposed to come and pick me up from work like he normally does. And he was giving me, like, a hard time. Like, oh, because I was telling him normally what I do is, like, I'll bag, like, goodies for us, like ice cream or, like, donuts and stuff like that. I'll bag goodies for us. And what we used to do is, like, whoever's picking you up that night, you tell them to come through the drive-thru so it looked like you paid on camera. Ooh, please, y'all don't tell my secrets. So he was like, no, just come outside. And it was a lot of stuff I had to carry. I'm like, no, just, why don't you just make it easy? Like, just, you know, come through the drive-thru window. She was there that night working the same shift. And the whole time, like, I didn't think anything of it. She had been talking to another girl who was working the shift that I didn't know either, saying that, oh, her boyfriend Sydney had took her out. They went to this, they went to that or whatever. And it did not, my boyfriend's name was Sydney. It did not click in my head. I just assumed, like, she was talking about somebody else. Then he came through the drive-thru window, and she was the one that opened the window for him. So I come to the window, and I'm like, you know, why you tripping? Why you giving me a hard time or whatever? And he had this look on his face, but still, I hadn't put 2 and 2 together yet because I'm the one that always gives somebody the benefit of the doubt.
And I don't.
So I'm just, I didn't think anything of it. So I gave him the stuff, we left. And then I think a couple weeks later, that's when my friend from school texted me like, I think Sydney's dating so and so. And I'm like, can't be. When I tell y'all he was. And when I say I flipped out, I wanted to go because what threw me off was that the girl saw you that night when you came to pick me up from work. And she didn't even say anything. Your boyfriend is, somebody that you're calling your boyfriend is picking another girl up at work and you didn't say anything. I'm sorry. I'm an Aries. I speak my mind. I'm going to tell it like it is. So we were in his house that night and we started like, it was like a whole argument. And I just kept asking like, are you dating her? Are you dating her? Are you dating her? He kept lying to me. So I started screaming, take me home. He did not want to take me home. And I kept screaming like, take me home. I'm ready to go. Take me home. His aunt had to come upstairs and was like, Sydney, if she's ready to go home, take her home. We got to my house and I think I hit him. I hit him because I wanted to go up to the job. I said, okay, if you're not lying, if you're not hiding anything, then, you know, let's go up to the job. Let's see what's really good. You know, let's confront her and stuff like that. He didn't want to go.
The moral of the story is,
tell the truth.
Tell the truth, please. Like, all of that could have been avoided if you would have just told me the truth from the beginning. Why even
and
talk to me?
all three of us worked at the same job.
Why even talk to me? Like, who's dumb enough to do that? We all work at the same place. Why even talk to me? See, that's what we mean. Like, please, Lord Jesus, have mercy, please.
So a relationship could go sour long distance. It could go sour right here in front of your face. It all depends on the person. Yeah. Is the moral of the story.
It just depends on the person. If they're ready to, you know, do that. And me and my baby.
If they're ready to commit to you, that yeah. While I'm over here still single and struggling.
I love you. Hey, baby, if you're watching, I love you.
So all the single men out there. Hi. I miss you.
So anyways,
we had fun talking to you guys today.
And we will see you guys probably in another few days because we're going to hopefully do some videos of my clothing line. We actually had a really nice shoot today.
We had a nice photo shoot, y'all. You guys follow our Instagram. We'll put it in the description
box.
Link.
Yeah.
Description. Yeah, that was hard.
Description box. We'll put it in the description box of my line, our IG page for her makeup and my fashion line. And you guys just share new subscribers or people subscribing. Thank you so very much.
Welcome. God damn it.
And I'm Star. This is Ashley, and that's how we get the stash.
And if there's anything that you guys want us to talk about or any questions that you have, you can comment down below. We'll
about anything.
Your questions, or what you want our next topic video to be about. Just let us know and we'll do it. Yeah. Anything else?
No.
We tired.
We tired. We love you guys.
Bye.
Bye.